everybody, and welcome to the last weekend of the QuitFit British Touring Car Championship here at Brands Hatch. It is Sutton versus Ingram for the title. 3 races to decide who is the 2023 champion. Let's head down to the grid then with Louise Goodman.
Because as long as I can remember, you've always had a guy who's in this, got skin in the game for finals day.
Yep. We've been champions 18, champions 19, second and 20, second and 21, but 22, third and fourth, and it looks like 23 will be third and fourth. So if Tingram has a problem, then Jake can still get second. But we've just got to, the main aim today is to try and win the manufacturers for BMW.
Why, just put into context if you can, why that would be such an important, such a historic achievement?
It's just that, it's difficult to go home on a Sunday night without winning a championship. So we're used to winning, but, sometimes we have to restock and look, and we will be doing a lot of work through the winter. We've got some big plans for next year, so we'll come back stronger.
I saw you, here it is, the ever-present clipboard. You never see Dick without his clipboard. You were diving your head into all of the drivers' cars just as before we came onto the grid. What were you talking about?
Sorry, I missed that.
I'm just saying, you and the clipboard were diving in and having a chat with all of the drivers just before they came onto the grid. What's the last-minute chat about?
That's just to let them know who's on soft tyres, who's on medium. So that helps to know. We're covering our bets. We've got 1 car on soft and 3 cars on medium, so we gather data, so then we'll know for race 2 what we do.
Great, thanks Dick. Right, so I can feel a lot of other cars and drivers lining up behind me. So we've already heard from Ash earlier on, so let's dive in and have a word with Rory Butcher. And let's talk to him first of all. We've just been talking about tyres. We know that Ash has got the soft tyres on. Which have you gone for?
Yeah, we've opted for the softs as well, Louise. We're out to try and get a good start, and I think the softs will hopefully help us get that launch and be racy on the first few laps, saving the mediums for later on.
It's been, it was a fantastic day for you yesterday, wasn't it? I think 5th place was your best grid slot so far this season, up to yesterday. Front row start. Where did you pull that out from?
I think it was there all day. It was just, like I said, yesterday it was difficult to piece the lap together, and that lap, and I could have just hooked it up, and it was my first lap in quali. It was really nice feeling actually, and it's really nice to be back up at the front where we normally are.
Well, right back up at the front, right between the 2 championship contenders as well. So what's your strategy where that's concerned? Are you even looking at them?
Yeah, I'm out to just drive my race. I've got to obviously just to get the best result for my team and my car and all my sponsors. So I'm out there for me. I'm going to enjoy it and just drive hard and hope to come away with some good points and a good result. And are you working on the basis that they might be taking it a little more carefully, or are you working on the basis that Ash Sutton alongside you and he never takes it carefully? I think Ash will take. I think he will be sensible. I think Tom Ingram, on the other hand, got nothing to lose. Yeah. So I can visualise Tom being really racy. It's going to be a hard race.
Hope it's a good race. Right, let's go and have a word with Tom. And as we wander across, let's just take a look. If we look through there, can't maybe quite see it because of the people, but that is the rear view of Ash Sutton's car. And Tom, that is what Tom is going to be staring at for the start of this race. And it feels like it sort of sums up Tom's season, that you're staring at the rear of Ash's car. That's your target basically. That's as simple as that, isn't it?
I've had quite a good view of Ash's bum this year, I'll be honest with you. It's not my favourite view of any view I could have, but it's the view I have had. Let's wait and see how this race pans out. Rory's on the medium tyre, Ash and I, and Bobby and a few of the others, we're all on the soft tyre. I think that's obviously going to be the quicker tyre over the race distance. It was certainly the quicker tyre, obviously, in qualifying, and tends to be. So that's in our favour. Ash knows what he needs to do and knows what I need to do. So can't really afford to take any risk, can he?
Well, whereas you can just throw caution to the wind. I mean, yeah, it's just got to be maximum attack. It's sort of out of your hands in a way, isn't it? You've just got to do the best you can do and then see what happens.
Yeah, it kind of is and isn't in my hands in that regard. You know, I need to try and get as big a point score as I can. Yeah, that really is the way that the race day will pan itself out. Hence the reason for going for the soft tyre in this opening race too. So let's just wait and see. As I say, I'm feeling up for this, but I also feel very relaxed as well and very calm. So I'm looking forward to it.
Well, do you know what? I was about to remark on that, bearing in mind it's finals day. I mean, such a huge contrast to last year. You are so thrilled.
It's a total contrast to 12 months back. Last year felt like it was a case of who's going to grab it. We're just going to go down to watch your head. It felt like it was a case of who's going to grab it by the scruff and try and pull a result out of it. Whereas this year hasn't and isn't that at all. It is very much dependent on Ash doing something silly that we can hope happens. But as I say, I'm looking forward to this one. The sun's out. There's a massive crowd. It's so nice to see so many people here. Yeah, we'll look to end the season on a high.
Enjoy the race. Enjoy the race. And that race is going to be coming up very shortly. We've got a quick break first, but make sure you join us for the first touring car race of the day here at season finale at Brands Hatch.
Josh T's with me in the comms box. Omi's in the pit lane. Josh, championship day and race 3. Let's hope it doesn't go down to the final race, because that's going to get even more confusing with me in a completely different commentary box. It's going to be very confusing later on.
Yeah, it really is going to be confusing. Hopefully it does not go down to race 3 on our behalf, but well, 45 points the gap, 67 points available. As Sutton is advantaged, but it's finals day at British Touring Cars. And you know, Josh, we have to expect the unexpected, let's say, with the British Touring Cars. And, well, definitely last time out at Silverstone, where I was trackside, probably at the best part of the circuit for race 2, we definitely had the unexpected.
Out of interest, the points gap, can Ash Sutton win it here? He starts on pole position with, as you said, 70 points available. Can he win it right now in race 1?
It's definitely a possibility. Of course, Ingram's going to have an absolutely terrible race, either out of the points or a DNF for Tom Ingram, and Ash Sutton be right at the top. But as I said before, it's definitely a possibility, and, well, it's British Touring Cars.
We'll keep you up to date with the points standings as things goes throughout the race. Omi's down in the pit lane for us. Omi, Brands Hatch, it's where you started the commentary debut for Touring Cars, and now we're here again. It's going to get all action stations.
Yes, absolutely. Let's hope we do get action like we did get when I did make my touring car debut here as well. But hoping it's going to be a good race. Yep, the championship obviously to be sorted out as well. So, yeah, it's going to be a very good day of motorsport, I'm hoping.
Fingers crossed it's going to be a classic as well. The Touring Cars always likes to deliver, and certainly in its finals, anything can happen. Drama seems to follow this sport around. Remember, Dan Camish, he was 3 corners away from being the Touring Car champion, and he hit the wall on the final lap, giving the title to Colin Turkington. Today, it's Ash Sutton versus Tom Ingram. Ingram is our reigning champion, of course. Sutton is aiming for 4 championships. He's won 3 previously. Ingram going for 2. Josh, it's anybody's guess, but Sutton, with the Napa Ford, it'd be hard to disagree. He's been unstoppable. 9 out of 10 poles this year for that Napa car, and he also won the pole position award.
Yeah, definitely. It's going to be hard to defeat the Napa. Like, they're even thinking about next year, and they're still, and they've done a lot of planning, probably the most planning out of all of the teams for next season already. Yes, it's October, and yes, we're not that long away, but we've still got the whole of the winter break and the break that we have from the end of one season to start of the other season. So, yeah, there's Napa are ready to grab the championship, but they have got Tom Ingram, and Tom Ingram, well, he can do some special stuff.
Jess is with us as well. She's on the chat room saying, hi everyone, I think it's Ash Sutton's to lose. George has said, good morning to the best commentators in town. Can't wait for F1 later on today. Neither can we for what is going to be a very interesting race. We're still waiting on the latest from Pirelli. It's going to come at 2 p.m. local time. That's 12 o'clock. So in around about 12 minutes time, we will know kind of what's going to happen in today's Grand Prix in terms of, are we going to have a forced pit stop regime throughout the Delta. So we'll bring you that as we get it live here on JB Motorsports. But the positions, it's taken a long time here. So you guys will announce to us on stream? Yes, yeah, we will. We'll tell you what's happening in the Formula 1 race here because we're live all day, basically. Almost all set to go then as the nose starts running. It's been one of those days where it just won't stop as the atmosphere starts to build. Track temperature, that's at 24.3 degrees. Air temperature, 21.7. Just 3 races left for the championship. We'll show you the grid in a few seconds' time, as well as we'll introduce our commentary team from ITV that we might hear from throughout the day, of Tim Harvey and David Addison as well. But right now we'll hand over to Steve Ryder to introduce them.
This is the race that could give Ash Sutton his 4th British Touring Car Championship title. He's on pole position for round 28 here on the Grand Prix circuit at Brands Hatch, and Tim Harvey and David Addison are in the commentary box.
Well, they haven't got their mics unmuted, so that's a great start to the day.
Fantastic championship showdown. It is, of course, Ash Sutton starting on pole position. He is the hunted, and really, Tim, he wants to win the race and get it out of the way, get rid of the pressure.
His whole mindset, demeanour, everything about the team is he's going out to win this race. He'll be a little relieved to see Rory Butcher on the medium tyre because that sort of almost rules him out of competitiveness, but he's got his arch rival right behind him.
Now
So away we go then on the parade lap here, and the grid is as followed. Don't worry about the race being reduced to 10 minutes. That was for the minis earlier on. It's a full 15 laps. Ash Sutton is on pole position on row 1. Alongside him is Rory Butcher. Soft tyres for Sutton, medium for Butcher. Row 2, Ingram on the softs in 3rd. Rowbottom on mediums. Row 3, Thompson on softs. Dan Camish on mediums. Row 4, Turkington, he's on softs. Hill is on mediums as well. Row 5, Mike Cadobel, Adam Morgan, both on the mediums. Row 6, Stephen Jelly and Ricky Collard, both on mediums. Row 7, Andrew Watson on soft. Ronan Pearson on mediums. Row 8, Aaron Taylor-Smith and Josh Cook, both on the mediums. Row 9, Tom Chilton on softs alongside Dan Lloyd on mediums. Row 10, Dexter Patterson and Aidan Moffat. Patterson on the mediums as well as Moffat. Row 11, Sam Osborne and George Gamble, both on mediums. Row 12, Darren DeLong and Michael Crees, both on mediums. Row 13, James Goodall and Jane Edwards, both on mediums. And row 14 with Nick Holstead starting 27th on the grid, and he too starting on the medium compound tyre. Well, we're all set to go then here at Brands Hatch. As we take a look, there is Andrew Watson. He's going after the Jack Sears Trophy. Let's have a word with him.
Go racing. Try and grab a word with Andrew Watson. Andrew, ahead in the Jack Sears Trophy, banking points over teammate Mikey Doble's got to be the main aim, yes?
Yeah, look, we just need a couple of clean races here. And yeah, try and make some positions up here. We're on the soft tyre, so put some new brakes on. So yeah, looking forward to having some fun.
Those soft tyres, you should be able to make some progress from, 13th on the grid. So first few laps are going to be hectic.
Yeah, let's see. I don't think anyone really knows how the tyres are going to play out, but yeah, we're feeling good.
First season in touring cars has been a good one, hasn't it?
Yeah, it's been great. Thanks to my sponsors and Paramax for giving me a great year. So let's try and end it on a high.
Andrew Watson then for Car Store Powermax Racing, and he makes his way towards the end of his first touring car season. He's been a very impressive GT racer. Real contrast though coming into front-wheel drive touring cars, not only the car but the style of racing.
Yeah, no problem for him. He seems to have adapted to it very, very quickly, both the front-wheel drive and the cut and thrust of the BTCC. And he's, you know, we love to see new talent coming into the championship, and you know, he is a real talent, and it's been great following his progress this year.
So if he stays in for another season, Ash Sutton leads the cars around though. Don't forget we've got the hybrid to factor in as well as the option tyre. Now those on the softs, Colin Turkington, Ash Sutton, Andrew Watson, Tom Ingram, Tom Chilton and Bobby Thompson, so that's going to be spicy. In terms of the number of laps of hybrid, 1 lap of extra hybrid use for Ash Sutton, 8 for Rory Butcher, 2 laps for Tom Ingram, 7 for Dan Rowbottom, who you can anticipate will be trying to help teammate Sutton here to get the job done early. 8 laps for Bobby Thompson, 6 laps for Dan Camish, who could also possibly be up there helping Sutton, but the tyre choice might be critical for him and Rowbottom as well. Jake Hill's got 3 laps, Mikey Doble has 8, 4 laps for Colin Turkington. Of course, the lower down you are in the championship, then the more laps you have of hybrid allocation for this opening race.
So that's how we're going to work it out. Josh, down to turn 1. What's your prediction on? Who are you thinking is going to make the greatest start down towards turn number 1?
Well, of course, you've got to keep an eye on Ashley Sutton. Here he is, getting ready to line up on the grid, but also keep an eye on Tom Ingram. He's right behind him in 3rd place. Well, we've had absolute chaos down into turn 1 already today, and we've had it also in the British Touring Car. Look at the crowds in the bankings. Absolutely amazing. Thank you, team, on the top of the Napa. Rory Butcher alongside Ash Sutton. Rory Butcher's definitely going to try and overtake, but I think we might have some drama into turn 1. Well, it is final days and stuff can go wrong, and it normally does go wrong.
Watch out for Dan Rowbottom and Dan Camish, the 2 nappers on the right-hand side of the grid. They are parallel to Tom Ingram into Paddock Hill Bend. Jade Edwards and Nick Holstead line up at the back. Here it is then. We've waited 9 months. It's time to get going once more. It is finals day for the QuidFit British Touring Car Championship. Round 28 is under starters orders. Sutton versus Ingram. Lights out, and it is a good start from Sutton, but in the second phase of the start, Rory Butcher will go level into Paddock Hill Bend, but then Apple Ford has the inside line. The Toyota Gazoo trying to go right round the outside. The 2 other nappers in battle as well, as Turkington getting involved with Rowbottom and Camish. Ingram to the inside line of Rory Butcher coming into Druids. He's side by side, door banging, and Ingram up into 2nd position. Butcher down into 3rd, and now look at the 2 nappers getting involved. Dan Rowbottom still up into position, and now it's Ingram versus Sutton as we come down into 13. Ingram's going for it on the inside line. Sutton shuts the door. Ingram's going to be right there. The 2 championship protagonists battling as we head down Hawthorne Hill in towards Halewood. Josh, brilliant start.
Yep, here we go then, down Pilgrim's Drop, now up the Hawthorne Hill, the little hill into Hawthorne, and the 180 of James Gornall hasn't come through the first sector, but all eyes on the front. Ingram still behind Sutton, Butcher still in 3rd as we go through Westfield, now down Dingledale, up through Sheen and towards Stirling.
Remember, if Sutton wins this race and Ingram fails to score, Sutton will be the touring car champion. Butcher immediately failed to keep Ingram behind him as well. That's going to upset his former teammate of Ash Sutton, who are still friendly with each other. Don't forget, it's all going to come down to that. Who can keep who behind during this race? Lap 1 complete then here at Brands Hatch. Sutton from Ingram, now they're both on the soft tyre, so it wasn't a surprise. Butcher started on the medium and he dropped back an awful lot. But as we come up towards Paddock Hill once more, it is literally Ingram just trying to fight his way through, Josh, trying to hold it, and they're still having the attack together. Omi, what did you make of that start? Down to you in the pit lane.
Yeah, it was really frantic, but Sutton and Ingram already going for it. The 2 championship protagonists already battling it out, and it's really getting feisty, and this race will continue to be feisty all the way till the end.
It is electric, this racing. Do not leave the room as we try and see what is going to happen next in the QuidFit British Touring Car Championship, as they still try and fight out, battling together. The only thing you've got to think about, Josh, is that if there's a serious accident, how much, if it happens at the front of the field, is going to get taken out. They've all got to be so careful.
Yep, they will have to be careful. Taylor Smith on the back of Collard. This is a battle going down round the GP loop through Westfield, now through Dingledale once more, and Taylor Smith really battling Collard. That is Josh Cook behind, and the other Starline car of Aidan Moffat is in the pit lane.
So trauma already as they try and keep together as we ride on board with half the field as well, coming into the opposite positions on the track. So we've got the Delta screen on, and John, Watson's dropped. Yeah, so you said Watson's in the pit lane, haven't you? So Watson's dropped back amazingly already.
Moffat's in the pits.
Moffat in 2, blimey. So they're all losing out on timing positions at the moment as we start the 3rd lap here.
There's Watson.
Chilton on the inside line, getting ahead. For some reason, Watson dropped down into 15th place on my timing screen. Don't know why. He's lost out as Chilton goes defensive. Lloyd under pressure from Gamble, who's trying to go around the outside, coming into Druids. What a tremendous start to this race. Sutton is out of hybrid power for the remainder of the race. He's used it all immediately, so Sutton no longer has hybrid power. Ingram does have hybrid power and will use that to the full force.
Yeah, look at the damage there from Lloyd as Gamble side by side. Lloyd gets wide onto the grass, and there's some significant body damage for one of the cars as Lloyd very nearly loses it.
And he's trying to go on the inside line, coming into Hawthorne's. Gamble shuts the door. He was looking left and right. It was like he was in a Formula car, not a touring car. Sutton, even without hybrid power, has 7/10 of a second over Ingram as Butcher under pressure from Thompson. Butcher on those medium tyres, Thompson on those soft compound tyres. Sutton only had 1 lap of hybrid. He's used it all. Ingram's got 2, and he hasn't used any so far in this race. So Ingram is the place to bet if there's a safety car later on.
Yep, absolutely. And, well, Sutton's still out front on board with Tom Ingram now as we go down towards Paddock Hill Bend. And it's very easy to go wide here if you get it wrong. And here's Watson going on the inside of Chilton into Paddock Hill Bend. Can't get it done.
No.
Will he be able to? Going up towards Druids. Watson goes wide.
No, he can't get it. Chilton breaks early. Watson has to follow him through, so there's not going to be any room there as they come through. This is going to be an amazing final. BTCC say Jets. Why has Sutton already used his hybrid already? Must have used it off the start to defend. So the gap at the moment, Josh, 51 points. Can Sutton be the champion as things stand?
I believe so, because... well, actually, we'll have to find out, but it's difficult.
Let's have a look. There's 21. After this race, there'll be 21 plus 21, plus an extra 2 in each race. So there'll be 46 points available after this race, with the gap at 51. So Sutton, at the moment, is our touring car champion of 2023 in race 1. So it could all happen right now. He's just got to win the race. So if he doesn't, and if Ingram gets ahead of him, then we go into race 2 later on today. But it now is a question of when, not if, Sutton will be the touring car champion. As out of the pit lane is car 16, further back on the track. That is Aidan Moffat. Cornell has not started, as Josh said earlier on in the race. Black and white flag for number 33 of Adam Morgan for track limits. And Thompson now gets a new set of hybrid power, but cannot get ahead of Butcher. And he locks up, coming into Paddock Hill Bend, taking an awful lot of speed in there from that car.
Yep, same for the number 88 of Doble and 42 of Gamble for black and white flag for track limits. But back onto track, Thompson gonna go down the inside, goes round the outside, but loses some time, but still battling on Rory Butcher for 3rd place. Here comes Thompson again.
And he's on the inside line. Butcher forced to the end. There's door banging between them. 1, 2, 3 times as they exit the corner. Butcher still side by side, but through goes Thompson finally on those soft compound tyres. Butcher can't find a way through as he goes down Pilgrim's Drop. Oh, can he? Into Hailwood. He's going to do a Hail Mary into Hailwood. Side by side, and he's through. Thompson on the outside line. Can't get it. Butcher breaks late, and he takes him into Dingledale. Thompson has the exit power. Oh, fantastic! Fantastic! Still battling as they head down in towards Surtees. Butcher on the inside line, and there's contact. Off goes Thompson into the gravel, and here comes Rowbottom coming back through, but Butcher stays ahead for 3rd.
And Hill side by side, further back with Rowbottom down towards Clearways.
And he's through. Hill can't get through, and here comes Turkington on the inside line trying to find a way through. And that was the wrong time for a replay. So it is rear left of Butcher, front right as that's it. Look at that! Right, that's Camish with Turkington, Hill ahead, and there's Rowbottom, and Camish trying to get the exit. Turkington shuts the door on the right-hand side into Druids. Camish trying to go around the outside. He's grabbing the traction, puts the power down, and still can't get ahead.
Yep, Collard in 12th went wide and kicked up the gravel and dust at Paddock Hill Bend that time. Camish gets a little bit wide on the exit curb and just taps to dust on the exit of Graham Hill Bend, but here we go. Down Pilgrim's Drop, under the bridge, down towards Hawthorne now.
Can they get through? No, they can't. It's still getting so dangerous between them as well to try and find a positioning out in the circuit. Just going to take it. Sutton's put out a 1 second advantage over Ingram. Butcher's in there too. 8 minutes already. We're on lap 6 of 15. It shouldn't take too long to complete this race. We're just trying to work out what a dry run is for later on. Josh T, you might have to call the end of the touring car season. In fact, you certainly will. Let's look at this from Morgan going all over the back of Mikey Doble. And Doble creating a little bit of a train because Stephen Jelly is right there, as is Ricky Collard and Aaron Taylor-Smith. Collard's trying to find a way through and can't. So they've just got to stay it. They've just got to hold the nerve.
Yeah, well, here we go now through Clearways, up Clark Curve and onto, well, it's the front straight, but it's not really straight at the start of the front straight. But here's Rowbottom down the inside of Hill into Paddock Hill Bend.
And Turkington's going to try and get through too. Turkington is going around the outside. Hill's had to adjust his power. BMW versus BMW between him and Turkington. The two Napa Fords, front and back. It's like a sandwich effect. Turkington right round the outside, coming into Jude's up the inside line into Graham Hill Bend. And Turkington goes through into 6th position. And now the Napa's going to get Jake Hill as well. Dan Camish on the inside line using hybrid power. Camish goes through. Hill down to 8th.
Yep, Hill went down, down, and down. And we had a 3 wide sandwich accident in the Porsches earlier on. We've had a 3 wide sandwich moment accident in the F1 Sprint. Could we have one here today? In the touring cars, and here's Thompson looking through on Butcher once more for 3rd place as we go down through Dingledale. Can't do it, but we look further back for the 4-car battle of Rowbottom, Turkington, Camish and Hill, and there's a massive sideways moment there.
Huge sideways moment. So they all are trying to find their own time between them as they continue to push as well. Lap 7 of 15 as they continue to go and attack. Sutton, Ingram, Butcher, Thompson, Rowbottom. They're the top 5 as they come across the line. We're just past half distance. And black and white flag for Sam Osborne for track limits has flashed up, as has for number 16 as well. So Aidan Moffat down 26th place has got a black and white flag. Black and orange flag for the 777 of Michael Crees to come into the pit lane. I don't think he's done that right now as well. Let's have a look. No, he's still in the pack.
Out.
Yeah. That was 3 minutes ago. So he's going to the pits, got it fixed to come back out of the pit lane already. So that's good news already. As now we're looking at Butcher still in the attack. Getting a little bit tight between them.
Yeah, the number 777 of Michael Crees in the back of the pack, right in the middle of Chilton, but he dropped to the other side going down towards Graham Hill Bend and the Cooper Straight, and now he's been lapped by everybody except the number 18 and 22. Back out front with the battle, and that was nearly a massive moment for Rowbottom in 5th, but now we look at Thompson hunting down the number 6 of Butcher, who has used 4 out of 8 laps.
Thompson cutting the car, and that's Butcher off. I knew there was contact. I knew it. Thompson went to the inside line, took Butcher and sideswiped him. Butcher in through the gravel at Stirling's. And he's come to a stop. Yeah, I think it's a traction rod that he's broken on the front left because he was an almighty whack. Just saw it coming through the picture. Watch this. Yeah, there was a little bit of contact and Butcher went off at the end. We caught the tail end of that, just the slightest of door bangs. And that forces Butcher off the track. Slightest.
Yeah, Butcher's made it into the pit lane, but look at that tyre smoke and smoke from things rubbing. Definitely not something right with that car, and Butcher is out of this race. What an amazing battle, though.
This is great. As now look at Turkington trying to go around the outside of Rowbottom. The two manufacturers having a push as well. Oopsies, that's a little tight coming through the back of Surtees. Now down into Pilgrim's Drop and Hayward Hill as Turkington's going to look to the inside line. Dan Camish lining him up as well to the outside line. Down through Pilgrim's Drop into Halewoods. Hawthorne are not going to work it through. So there's a bit of a strategy going on here, Josh, between the BMWs and the Nappas over the Manufacturers' Championship. And right now, Napa have got a hold of it, but BMW want to fight back hard.
Yep, definitely. But look who is just in front of Ash Sutton, the leader, the number 16 of Moffat. Could lap traffic become a part of it? Well, it's definitely a possibility at the end of the race, and Butcher is back out.
And he's got the black and white flag.
And he gets the black and white flag.
I don't know why he's got the black and white flag. That's quite weird.
Track limits.
Yes, it is. Yeah, track limits.
So they did it on the pit lane side instead of the other side because he was in the pit lane. It makes sense. But
it makes sense.
I thought he was out, but he's not. He's come back out on track and lap down. And what happened here? This is Pearson and the number 17, Osborne.
Nice move from Osborne, but Pearson cuts back on the inside. Oh, that was perfect.
Yeah, that was an amazing move there.
Turkington's still going to be on the back of Rowbottom. It's going to be a bit tight coming into Surtees once again. And there's just no power left. And Ingram hasn't used any of his hybrid yet, remember. So Ingram's still got to use it. But that number 1 is going to be off his car after this race. It'll go to Ash Sutton. The 116 will become the number 1 for 2024. As he comes down in once again, this is Rowbottom versus Turkington. And they're still fighting hard in 4th position. This is your race leader. There is Sutton. There is Ingram. They have caught the 16 of Aidan Moffat. But there's only a couple of laps to go here to have this race continued on. And it holds together nicely.
And lack of adhesion flag going in towards Sterling's due to the incident with Butcher as we start lap 11 of 15. Morgan having a little look on. This will be Doble. This is for 8th position as they come through Clark Curve down the Brabham Straight towards Paddock Hill Bend. And Doble, with his hybrid power, completely going away with it.
They're still trying to find it. They've just not got the grip, Captain.
Has used one of his laps, Josh.
Ah, yes, he has. So Ingram's used 1 of 2. So he's still got more time to fire out.
Patterson out of hybrid.
Black and white flag for Jake Hill and Colin Turkington. So they've been given the warning flag from the stewards now for track limits abuses. There's Mikey Doble in 8th position. Morgan 9th. Jelly is in 10th position. And they're holding it together now. It's been a long race. It should have been over by now. Schedule started at 11:30. It was delayed 15 minutes. The rest of the races of the day should run to plan. We worry about round 30 of the season though. But the good news is the championship's going to get wrapped up right here, right now. So round 30 is just sort of like an extra one.
Yes. Well, here we go then. We're getting into the final laps of round 28 of the season, and that's Jelly on his teammate Morgan. Can he do it? No, just a little bit far behind. He'll probably have a go here in Sterling.
That's going to be contact if they're not careful. Morgan is forced off to the extreme. Collard having to take evasive action. Now trying to go on the outside, coming into clearways, and then he's done it. Brilliant stuff from Collard. Morgan, I think, backed out of that, but that was cheeky from Jelly.
Yep, here is a replay of it. That was a dive bomb manoeuvre, I was about to say. He'll probably have a go down the front straight in towards Paddock Hill Bend, but no. It's massive dive bomb down in towards Sterling's before they go under the bridge into the Indy Loop. Keeping an eye on the grey lightning bolt of Ingram as Jelly locks up into Druids. If that turns blue, then he's using his last lap of hybrid. Thompson and Rowbottom are using one of their laps of hybrid in their little battle.
Being told that it was a puncture for Butcher that caused that accident. So, yeah, that's why Butcher went wide, and there was a little bit of a door bang between him and Thompson. Because Butcher was wide, Thompson went for the gap, and they door banged, but Butcher was already flying off the track, so that's what happened there. Still no news, by the way, on Formula One. Pirelli have begun their investigations with the FAA now, so we should know in the next coming hours what the procedure will be. We'll update you as soon as we know here for the racing.
Yeah, I would predict that Ingram's going to use his hybrid on the last lap. Gamble and Lloyd out of hybrid. Massive lock up there.
Oh, and he's wide.
That was from Turkington.
Someone else locked up behind and went straight on. Yeah,
Doble!
I thought I heard a tyre squeal. Mikey Doble locks up, down, and into the gravel as well. And he just hits the tyre wall. Is that going to be a safety car? Well, we can't end under... They might keep that under local yellow because there's only a few laps to go. Not great, that. Safety car! I'm wrong. Safety car deployed. We're going to add 3 laps to the race.
Yes.
That's annoying.
But that's also quite in a dodgy place at Stirling's. That's not the best place to go off. And as Sutton, well, he had this race in the bag, but Tom Ingram still with a lap of hybrid to go.
On the restart.
On the restart, well, it could be as Sutton's to lose. And look at this. This is going to be a massive hit. Bang.
Oh, tyre damage as well. Armco damage. That's not what we needed when the schedule's already delayed a lot. But Doble just locked up. I heard it in the background of the shot. And he got hit by Jelly.
Contact.
Yeah. Jelly hit the back of him. And that's where the lockup came from. I thought I saw someone fly off the track at the top of the hill.
I'm not surprised that that's a safety car, because that is directly in the firing line for Stirling. That is not, whereas you've just seen there, that's not a nice place to go off, especially if you get punted from behind. Here is another replay of it. Here's Jelly, and bang. And that's going to be front damage from Jelly as well.
Omi, what did you make of that one?
Yep, a very, very big impact right there. Unfortunate for him. But yeah, it could be interesting if we do get safety car restart with Ingram. Possibly on the attack. But the F1 could be interesting as well. If we do get the 3 stops mandatory later on. Because a lot of different drivers have less of mediums, etc., etc. So some drivers could be in trouble and possibly have to do a 7-lap stint on the stop.
Ingram pulling up to the rear bumper of Sutton side by side. This is intimidation at its finest.
I'm coming for you. I'm coming for you. I'm here. You're not going to get rid of me that easily. Of course, if Ingram wins, the championship rolls on to next race.
Yes.
But Sutton's led a lap, so it becomes 18 to 19 points. Laps available. Oh, it's too close.
Yeah.
Too close to goal.
Will we have a restart drama? We've had them before in championship races between 2 rivals. Well, we're coming up towards the section of the track where the incident was, so we'll see how close they are to finishing it. And here is a replay of the start from Ingram.
Great getaway, actually, from Ingram. It was a good second phase of the launch.
Yeah, but an absolutely amazing start from Butcher to pull alongside Sutton. And look at that, wheel to wheel. Butcher gets a little bit wide here and then going up to Druids, and that was very close.
Race has been extended to 16 laps, and that's only 1 more. I reckon we're going to go red flag here, because that's the normal procedure, isn't it? Extend the race distance, then put out the red flag.
Yeah, and I'm very surprised as here we have a replay of Ingram trying up the inside of Sutton, but just having a look, I noticed this in the battle. I knew they free-wheeled it round Druids, but I did not know they free-wheeled it round Surtees as well.
Yeah.
Going on to the GP loop. Here's rear from Sutton. Look at that launch from Butcher on the other side as well. That launch from Camish also. And 3 wide going into Paddock Hill Bend further back. That was between Thompson and the 2 nappers, and a bit of dust being kicked up further behind. But now we look forward. Massive tap there.
Oof.
And that allows Ingram.
Forced his way through completely. Like,
Yeah.
bang, bang, bang. Punched his way through. So
Something tells me that Ingram wants to win this championship.
something
badly.
tells me I want something good. Random singing on the race, that's all we need as well. Still, Ingram
Wow.
in second. Safety car's still out then. And the race extended to 17 laps. And they've extended that
Right.
mid-track.
Are we going to go for a 1 or 2 lap dash?
Possibly.
I'm hearing like 3 different commentators.
1 or 2 of these guys through.
Are we hearing the director again?
No, I'll tell you what am I hearing Alan Hyde somewhere? Yeah, listen.
Yes.
I'm hearing a bunch of different voices.
That's the trackside commentary.
Yeah, I'm hearing Alan Hyde somewhere. Coming through from the world feed though. Listen. In the
Yeah.
background, I was wondering what that was. In the background of the ITV commentary, there's the trackside audio commentary.
That's a mess.
Yeah, because I can hear it coming back on myself, and it's not coming through any other source because I've turned you down. So it's coming. Hang on a minute. Yeah, it's coming from the TV. I've never known that before.
Yeah.
How weird is that?
Oh,
Oh,
and
they've-
there is Doble's car to the side. That's in a safer place, but they've got to get that mud and gravel off in a. I don't think 2 buses is going to be enough for.
This'll be
folks.
this'll be red flag. We're now 16 of 18, so we're into the procedures of the extra laps. And now I'm starting to think, because we can't extend any more, the procedure is that we'll go to 19 laps, and then the red flag will come out on lap 17. So I think Doble crashing might have just cost it. New race distance is 18 laps. That's what we've just been told.
Yeah, and that's the maximum of 3 laps added. So as you said, now we're into the procedure. The top 10 currently: Sutton, Ingram, Thompson, Turkington, Rowbottom, Camish, Hill, Jelly, Collard, and Morgan rounds out. Well, they've left the mud and the dirt off the racing line. That's a good call because there's not many cars that go there. We could go green at the end of this lap and have a 2-lap dash. Keep an eye on the lights on top of the safety car. That's what Ash Sutton is definitely going to be doing right now. The safety car's pulling away a little bit, so Ash Sutton's starting to build them up, and I think we might be going green.
Yeah.
Yes, we are.
Wow, safety car is in this lap. Insane. That is... So we're going to be 2 laps. Ingram's 6/10 behind. He has a full lap of hybrid power left. So the Touring Car Championship is going to come down to Sutton versus Ingram with a 2-lap shootout on round 28 of 30 here on finals weekend. Into Stirling Bend, down towards Clearways.
They went early.
The safety car's not even in the pit lane yet. Now it just is. And we go green here again at Brands Hatch. And look at Ingram. Such a better exit coming out of Clearways into Clark Curve. And now he has the opportunity to launch on Sutton. Sutton going left to go defensive into Paddock Hill Bend. He'll take the right. Downhill into Hailwood Hill. Up towards Druids. Are we going to see a move? Ingram's getting very close. Sutton goes defensive. He goes right on the bumper. Coming through Druids. Drop down into Graham Hill Bend. Nothing yet. Sutton still ahead by 0.3 of a second. He might just try and hold that. Josh Ingram goes a little bit wide, but he hasn't used his hybrid power yet.
Yeah,
He's
will
going for
Tom
it.
Ingram save? Here we go.
He thought about it. He went
No.
for lunch at Surtees.
Well, it looks like Tom Ingram. Oh no, he's using it.
Now he's
Tom
going.
Ingram is using his hybrid.
And look at that! Thompson and Turkington further behind are having a battle. So Ingram's using part of his hybrid to stay with Sutton. And he's right there. Little bit of understeer though, coming through in towards Dingle Dell. just throws the car in, drops down the hill. Jade Edwards is up into 19th place. Brilliant from Jade Edwards. Started 26th, up to 19th. Brilliant job from her.
This is going to be a last lap, no hybrid between Sutton and Ingram. They will be out of hybrid for the rest of the race when they start the last lap, which we are coming towards now.
And Tom Ingram has been given a black and white flag for a track limit. No more of those allowed, I'm afraid. Ingram's out of hybrid power, so is Sutton. All whole bar, classic touring car racing. Final lap, the call here of round 28. There's a championship on the line between Sutton and Ingram. Ingram using less brake, using freewheel, coming through Paddock Hill Bend, up towards Druids. He loses the brakes, so gentle. Sutton being more aggressive, trying to stop the Ford, trying to block every single part of the Hyundai of Ingram from getting through. And that Napa Ford is just 2 miles away from another championship. Sutton will control it into Sterling's. Nothing coming from Ingram just yet. He's too far back, Josh. And Rowbottom's dropped down.
Rowbottom has dropped down. He's also out of hybrid now. We go under the bridge down. Pilgrim's dropped down towards Hawthorne now. And Ingram too far back. There's half a second gap now. Can he do it? Ingram a little bit wide.
46 points on offer after this one. 51 will be the gap. It all comes down to this. For Ash Sutton, he will be champion in the British Touring Cars. Through into the final couple of corners. Sterling's, Clearways, Clark Curve, and then the straight. There's nothing that can be done. Ingram has given it his all in this race. He knew it was an outside shot. He had to take it. But Sutton has dominated 2023. He exits the clearways. He can see clearly now a 4th championship. Ash Sutton is the 2023 QuidFit British Touring Car Champion. Tom Ingram defeated in 2nd. Napa have dominated 2023 and they are the team's champion, the driver's champion, the manufacturer's champion. A fantastic season, and Ash Sutton is a 4-time champion.
Absolutely amazing. They pull alongside each other. Thumbs up from Ash Sutton to Tom Ingram as they were side by side. Ash Sutton, an absolutely amazing season as they pull alongside once more, and that is, well, Ash Sutton, that's the season.
Phenomenal. Just don't know what to say. I generally don't know what to say. I can't thank Napa Racing UK enough, the team, everyone that's involved. 4-time BTCC champion, come on!
Front wheel drive, rear wheel drive, the records keep tumbling. Well done, Tim.
Yeah, Ash, how tough were those last 2 laps for you, mate? I felt for you after the safety car came out. Your heart must have gone up 50 beats straight away.
Yeah, we were fighting, I feel like a puncher in the end, if I'm honest. There was a lot of tyre noise coming, so I had to play it safe. I was not looking forward to that, but it hung in there, and I think we've done the best job possible this weekend, and I just can't thank everyone enough. All you guys at home, it's been phenomenal.
Ash, it's been an amazing season. We're not done yet. What about 2 more wins to round out the day?
Well, that would be mega, but I'm just going to take whatever comes at me now. I've got what I wanted. If we can go again with a race win, then even better.
Ash Sutton, 4 times British Touring Car Champion. Well done.
Ash Sutton, Touring Car Champion for a 4th time. Omi, your thoughts? Crazy year.
Absolutely incredible. It has been boring at times, but just like Verstappen, Ash Sutton fully does deserve it, and he absolutely deserves the title. He has been absolutely dominant, and he's absolutely beaten the field in this championship. So fully deserved, but obviously there has been quite a lot of good races this season. So we still have 2 more when Ash Sutton can relax and go out there and have some fun.
And Josh, round 29, he starts a pole position with Ingram alongside. No whole bar left, just go for it. We're going to be a classic for them two, aren't we?
Yeah, well, the last 2 races of the season, the championship is done and dusted. They can go out there and have some fun. They will go out there and have some fun. Will we see absolute chaos? Yes. the 2023 season, a season to not forget for the team of Napa and Ash Sutton. Amazing.
Big thing is, can he clear Weybridge? So let's just hope he can. Yes, yes, all looking good. Yes, he's cleared Weybridge. Sutton is the champion. That's great news. Here's the results then from the 20th round of the Quick Fit British Touring Car Championship. Ash Sutton is your winner. 6/10 back was Tom Ingram, but Sutton is the champion for 2023. Bobby Thompson is third, Colin Turkington fourth, Dan Camish fifth, Jake Hill sixth, Dan Rowbottom is seventh, Stephen Jelly eighth, Ricky Collard ninth, and Adam Morgan rounds out in the top 10. 11th on the grid then as well. That goes down with Aaron Taylor-Smith, Josh Cook 12th, then Tom Chilton 13th, Andrew Watson 14th, Dan Lloyd 15th, George Gamble 16th, Dexter Patterson is 17th, then it's Osborne, Edwards, Pearson, DeLong, Holstead, Butcher and Crees, Moffat, Doble and James Gonnell out of the not even starting. Sutton comes in and he is the champion for this year. The Goodyear Wingfoot Award was his yesterday. Today, the title is his. He'll get out of the car, he'll bang the top, he's still got a race with it, but I don't think he'll care. Onto the roof, Ash Sutton is a 4-time British Touring Car Champion! No better feeling in the world. We've crowned 2 champions this weekend. Max Verstappen yesterday in the sprint race, and Ash Sutton today in the touring cars. Champions weekend continues. The only one now we've got left to wrap up, Formula 2 and MotoGP. And I suppose Moto 2 and Moto 3 as well, but you know what I mean on that regards. Cracking season, cracking year. I think Louise is going to have the first dibs, but we are standing by to hear from that of...
From Louise Goodman as well, who is here.
Yeah, we're waiting to hear from Alan Hyde, as you can hear in the background. Sutton has the congratulations all round. Don't go after Park Fern, mate. Hug from the girlfriend. Hug from the mechanics. Family members all around as well. Big hits on the back. Great, great scenes down there in Park Ferme. Where's Louise? I can't see her.
I think the barrier's there for you to like stay there, Ash. But no, you're champion. You can do whatever.
46 points available in the next 2 races. The gap 51. Ash Sutton is the 2023 champion. Tom Ingram now 370. He will stay ahead of Jake Hill as well. Colin Turkington is in 4th as well. So not really much can change in the last few races. So they are absolutely 110% more for fun. As we see down there, are we going to have a word? I can't see Louise yet. They're going for a break. Let's head down there trackside and hear from Alan Hyde.
Freddie Lee is here to offer his congratulations. They're queuing up, and it's a hero's welcome for Tom Ingram. You heard it in the background. Team was there. He's out of the car. He's unbuckling his helmet, taking off the hands device as well.
A 4-time champion.
Ash, straight the way over to Ash. The CEO of Napa Racing UK is here, and the two of them enjoy a hug. Lovely moment. You remember this time last year, Ash took the #1 car off his and put it on Tingram's car.
Ash,
and
just your
Tingram
thoughts
is
when
now
the safety
emotional.
car came out, 2 laps in the end.
I wasn't enjoying that experience for a split second. We were also fighting off a vibration from the front left. So real safe. We pushed when we needed to, and yeah, it was. I thought we were going to be under a bit more pressure than that at the end. It was still enough there to make me worry.
Mate, you have been spectacular this year. You'll be talking to Louise Goodman. Congratulations, Ash Sutton. You heard the cheer in the background for Bobby Thompson. He's talking to his dad. He's talking to Jamie. Tingram comes over and gives him a hug as well. And he's still got his helmet on, but I'm going to speak to Bob. How determined was that, Bobby? How determined?
When the safety car come out, thought that BM was going to have us, but no, traction was better and the entry was better. I'm over the...
What a place to do it. Your local circuit, your family here.
Everyone's here. I think my next door neighbour's cat's here. Yeah. Got 2 more to go. Let's do it again.
Oh, absolutely brilliant. Well done, mate. Thank you very much indeed. And where is Tingram? Here he is. He's queuing up to speak to Louise Goodman. And
It's very dead from trackside comms, I've just noticed.
Tom goes over to congratulate Ollie Collins, who is the team manager of Napa Racing UK. And let's have a quick word with Tom Ingram. You did absolutely everything that you had.
Yeah, absolutely. We had to try and put it all on the line, and it had to be manage risk with Rory on the first lap, because I was aware I obviously had to try and get past him. But at the same time, didn't want to kind of get caught too much in my own scuffle and then end up missing out on trying to have an attack on Ash. So yeah, it's managed risk at the start, but I thought we had some pace towards the end, but not quite. As soon as we get into the dirty air, engine temps come up, charge temps come up, tyres come up, brakes come up, and on a hot day like today, it makes it really difficult. But there's my 101 excuses out the way. The moment goes to these guys. They've done a fantastic job this year, and yeah, full credit to them.
Mega this year, mega, absolutely mega, all the way down to round 28. There was just a lovely moment down in Parc Fermé where Ash was holding his son, Sonny, and he became a dad this year. It's changed his entire outlook on life, and Ashley Sutton making history. Wow. The emotions are high in Parc Fermé. We may have forgotten we've got a race podium to do in a couple of moments. I'll get myself ready for that. ITV interviews will take place. Podium is coming up next.
Thank you very much, Alan Hyde. We'll hear more from our champion in a few moments' time. Let's get the thoughts of Josh and Amy once again. Josh, championship wrapped up once again, not before the final race, but it was an interesting day for race number 1. And Sutton, never in doubt. 4-time champion. I can remember when he got his first championship.
Yeah, absolutely amazing from Ash Sutton. Well, incredible. What a season as a whole. Well, Max Verstappen in Formula 1 has been breaking millions of records. In the British touring cars, it's been Ashley Sutton, and I believe that race win
is a record breaker.
It's either it's equals or is the most race wins in one season.
I believe it is. Yeah, thinking about it. So how many wins has he had? Oh, I think he's dominated half the season, isn't he? I think that's what, 13th?
I think this is his 11th race win.
Wow, that's insane.
And the record was 10.
Yes, it was 10 in 1 year, so he's done 11 now. So yes, Sutton has now beaten that record because he didn't go on at Silverstone. Just coming to you, Omi, as well. Cracking opener. Just quickly, what do you think is going to happen in the next 2 races?
I think it's just going to be chaos. Championship all wrapped up. Everyone's just going to go out there, have some fun, and we're going to end the season on a high. It's been a good season, but it has been boring at times, as we've said. And from what you guys have said, hasn't been the same as some of the other touring car seasons. So let's hope that we can get some good races to end. Obviously, race 2 last time out was very good as well.
Let's have a word then with our World Touring Car Champion of Ash Sutton. He's done it again in the British Touring Car Championship, and he's now speaking to Louise Goodman.
The trophy awaits. Round 28 of the Quick Fit British Touring Car Championship. Ash Sutton poised for the title, led from pole, but was attacked by Tom Ingram, the only driver who could delay the trophy celebrations. This was Ingram's only chance. But Sutton's answer was to build a lead over the next 3 laps. He broke the lap record and was dominating the race. Had to survive a safety car restart for 2 more tense laps, but the title is his. A 4th British Touring Car Championship title for Ash Sutton. Of course, officially, it's all provisional at the moment, but it doesn't feel that way down in Parc Fermé, where the Ash Sutton Championship title celebrations have begun in earnest. And Ash Sutton with his young son, Sonny, in his arms, and he'll soon have that coveted British Touring Car Championship trophy as well. And Louise is down there amid all those celebrations.
Yeah, just watching a moment between Ash and his boss. I mean, what an amazing. Let's just grab a word with you first, actually. Your thoughts on Ash, the drive in this season?
I didn't watch it. I really didn't watch it. I sat in the boardroom looking at TSL when we had in my hands to the last 2 laps, and then I came out and I just keep seeing his gap, and he just managed that gap so well, and he's been so good this year. I mean, I'm speechless, honestly. I mean, this one's for my niece Lucy, who's took to hospital this morning. from the track, which I'm devastated about. But what a driver!
What a driver indeed. And Ash, a record-equaling fourth title. I mean, you spoke to the guys in the car. It seemed like your overriding feeling was sort of a mixture of disbelief and largely relief as well.
A massive amount of relief, I'll be honest. There's as much as we had a huge points gap, Tom was right, it was all ours to lose. One bad race and it could have all suddenly swung round, but the car's been absolutely mega. I can't thank Napa Racing UK and Alliance Racing enough for what they've done with the car. This man here especially, he believed me a couple of years ago and gave me the shot, and it's nice to repay him with all the efforts that him, his family and all the team and sponsors have put in.
We've talked a lot about records, and this is a record equaling fourth, but really for you, it's just like the next tick in the box. You want more, don't you?
Well, I don't plan to leave here, and I don't plan to finish second a lot. So, yeah, for sure, we want to come back. We always want to keep fighting. But the special bit there was the first driver to claim it in rear-wheel drive and front-wheel drive. That was what we were ultimately chasing, because I don't plan to end on 4.
And a special moment as well, we just saw you with little Sonny. I mean, it means a lot to you to have him here for this, doesn't it?
I mean, we might have broke a few rules getting him up here, but I don't care about them. Yeah, he has changed my life this year, and Ellie has been phenomenal being a mum. So I just hope that's made them both proud, and that was definitely for my little boy Sonny and my family.
So you're going out again for the next two, or are you just going to have a beer and watch give somebody else a chance?
That hotel bar is looking phenomenal at the minute, but I think this man fancies a little race up in the next one, so I think we'll have to have a go at that. But for sure, we'll come out in the next one. We've got no risk, no worries now, so we can go full guns blazing and give it our best shot again.
Yeah, well, we all know how good your best shot is. And Tom, I mean, a lovely moment with the two of you, actually. You know, you were effectively the first man to congratulate Ash, waving at him as you drove past, weren't you?
Absolutely. Just as Ash was with me last year, I think we've got a huge amount of respect for each other. We both want to beat each other more than anything else on circuit, of course we do. But I think we've got a lot of respect off track as well, and I think that's healthy. It's a really nice place to be. But Ash has been phenomenal this year. I don't think we've ever seen anything like it before. Hopefully he can stop it now. Hopefully he's got it out of his system.
I will just point out, this man has kept me honest throughout, and credit to him, Accelerate is a true champion himself.
Right, we're being too nice to each other now. I don't know what's gone on.
Well, you gave it your best shot. I mean, you had that lunge up the inside, didn't you?
I had to try something. I was aware that Ash was obviously going to be fairly risk averse to a degree. He didn't want to be too risky, but at the same time, he knew that I wasn't going to be. I'm never going to wipe anyone out. Well, I don't plan on it anyway. But no, we put up a hard fight. Ash was just fast. We came back at him in the second half. I tried to save a little bit of rubber for the back half of the race, which kind of worked, but not quite enough. Not quite enough. But yeah, a very good result. Very good result. But yeah, full credit to Ash. His whole family, all of his team, and especially, it was his first year as a dad as well. It's a really special moment.
Nice words. And let's bring in a man. I have to say, above the noise of all of the engines, I could hear the cheer going up from the Team Hart garage next door to where I was sitting. I mean, what an amazing result for the team, but what an amazing result for you at your home track.
I think I've got my neighbour's cat here. Everyone's here. Everyone in Essex is here for us. So, no, good to get that result. In race 1, that was my goal, to not do it in a reverse grid. I'll take one in a reverse grid, but to do it in race 1 or 2 really shows you've got the pace to be here. And to be alongside these names, I think it shows that we've made this Cooper fast.
Well, and a good start for the next one as well. There could be more to come.
Yeah, I know. It's normally I get the result in race 3 and it's go home. So now I get a couple more chances at getting it done again.
Good stuff. We'll see you out there again later on. And right now, though, let's go back to Steve.
Well, Louise Goodman will throw back to me to wrap up the day as well. The first race, because we've got more coming up later on today. Right, so race 2, that's underway at 2:15, and then race 3 at 5:15 as well. Lights out 5:25. Fingers crossed, all's good there. Josh T will probably have to call the end of it. I'll run off to do Formula 1, then he'll join back after the fact as well. But final thoughts in this race, Josh. What do you reckon is going to happen later on in the day?
Well, as Ash Sutton said, there's no championship to lose now, and I can tell you that they are gonna go for it, and they've gone for it before when the championship is all done. But that Ash Sutton and Tom Ingram, it's an absolutely perfect rivalry. They have their moments on the track, but whatever happens, they have so much respect for each other on track and especially off track. It is a great rivalry. and a great pairing, and it's great to watch.
It's going to be great to see in race 2 as well when they go 1-2 on the grid once again with nothing left for them. Omi, down to you. Your thoughts on the rest of the day?
Definitely going to be a very interesting rest of the day. Hopefully we get a lot of action like we saw in race 1, and then it just continues building up. Race 2 I think will also be very, very exciting as well. So yeah, it's a great way to end the season, and I think we're just going to continue getting great racing all the way till the end.
I 100% agree. Great racing to the end. I'm just double checking to see if we're seeing anything on Formula One's news at the moment. We are not hearing anything about the Pirelli tyres as things stand. So that procedure got underway 43 minutes ago for having a look. We will hopefully know before the lights go out. We'll be back in an hour and 20 minutes time. And thanks to Josh and Omi. Thanks to all of you at home. Ash Sutton is the 2023 QuitFit British Touring Car Champion. And there's still 2 races to go today. We'll see you later. Bye-bye.